Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm out in the garage here working on this car again. I did go ahead and tidy up a bit and I serviced my mower and stuff, so that's all good. But what I'm working on today, back in the day I used to love smoking, I think. But so we got two little ashtrays. One goes, I'll show you guys that. And here's where here's where it attaches, right? You got that little slides into there, right? Anyways, those go. I've also been tidying up the wiring. I got it all figured. There was a couple wires I wasn't sure. Got that all figured. Just got to finish. Everything's about terminated. I just got to tidy that. But the ashtrays go there and one over there. And now my problem is the little bracket. One's missing. So we only got one of these guys, little guys here. We only got one of them. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to clean these up too. I'll sandblast them out so that they're nice and clean. They're not the old whatever was in them. But anyways, I only got one of these. Now these aren't going to get used as ashtrays, so that's not a big deal. Store some stuff or whatever you want to do in there or whatever. The point is they have to be installed, and I kind of need another one of these. Now I don't think it needs this top ridge because that, well, I could probably try and do that, but I don't think I need to. That's more for like, for the stopper and whatnot, right? So don't think I'm going to care too much about that, but I'm going to get some sheet metal here. My plan is to try and we'll get on my vise and stuff and a hammer, and I'll try to recreate this to at least hold it in there, right? So you can see it goes like this. So this bolts into the car, little screws, and then it goes like that. And it's pretty sturdy in there if this is rigid enough in the car. So I need to recreate one of them. So I'm going to use this, and it doesn't seem quite as rigid as this. This is very kind of hardened or something. They seem like they're similar thicknesses. I guess I could try and maybe harden it a little after. Forge and fire, but we'll see. Anyways, I'll get this piece shaped, see how it looks. Maybe it'll be good enough. Maybe it won't, but we'll see. All right, so I just went ahead and cut. So you can see this is plenty wide enough. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to start by rolling. I think I'm going to start by putting the bends in it, there and there. So essentially I'll have that shape. And then I'm going to get some round stock and try to form that edge. Is the plan. I don't know. We'll see if it'll work. I don't know. It's kind of never done anything like this before, but we'll see. Yeah, so I got plenty of width, I think. I'll just get the initial bends and we'll start with that. Okay, I didn't show you guys that. I just stuck it in the vise and gave it the bend. So that's what I got. So now I have to form these little half rounds, and then I'll trim the rest off after. But hopefully I can get these babies shaped up. So I think I'm going to find some round stock that kind of fits this. Then I can clamp that in my vise, hopefully. And then maybe I can just hammer it. We'll see. I could bring these back a bit just to get that edge. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll make it work somehow. All right, I want to catch you guys up on what I got going on here. So I just clamped some round stock here, and I did go ahead and you can see I put a little crease in it, and then I just started pounding this around this this edge. Now it's looking pretty good. Like, look at that. If I can get the other side to match, we're close. But I will need, I think, a little smaller, and I'll just try and round it over a little more, and then I can trim it up. But so far so good. Like, that's, I don't know, if I can get that other side to get, and then you can always just pinch it, whatever, to get it tight. But yeah, anyways, so far so good. So I'll just keep on. I think I'm going to go ahead and pound this side around. And this is literally all I'm doing here. And then you can see it kind of gives it some shape there. Gosh, hey, we're getting, oh my gosh, that's not bad at all. Definitely rounded. I got to round it over more and trim it. And this one's not ready yet, but like, shoot, getting close. I got that round now. So see how it fits decent. Will tighten up a little bit, but it fits pretty decent. It's just loosey-goosey on there now, so that's why I got to trim it down and round it over more, a little tighter round stock, and that way I can make it nice and tight. Okay, I'm pretty dang happy how that's turning out. So you can see I did go ahead and trim it up and bend it a little more, trimmed it up, but you can see, look, it's very close to the same profile. Again, I don't really care about that middle bump. That's not going to affect me at all. That was more for like, I think it was like so you could have a stopper so you don't pull the ashtray out too far, but I'm not too concerned about that. I don't really worry about that too much, but super happy. So you can see, it takes a minute to get it started here, but look at that. So it's very snug. That's good. It's good. So then it won't even a little snug, but try it on this one. Oh, see, it's a little looser on this one. This one must be, well, we'll see once I clean these up, but don't want that ashtray. You don't want that little fella rattling around and stuff anyways. So I think pretty happy with this. I'll copy the holes. Should be easy enough. And then I'll get these babies all cleaned up. Now I did check, you can take the handle off and then I think maybe the face comes off, but that little screw is in there. I don't want to really wreck it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just tape the front off on both, and I'll just sandblast it up, get the inside cleaned up and get it looking good. Hey everyone, so still working on this car. I just wanted to update you guys on a few things because that's what I got to do. Anyways, I went ahead and finally finished off the engine cover. A viewer mentioned that I should close in the front, and I like it. It did look, I like it. I like it now. It looked to me, I like the idea. It looked unfinished before. Now I think it looks a little more finished off. I do like it now, so we got that done. And I'm showing you that because it's a little piece, but believe it or not, that sucker took me hours to make. I don't know, that weird compound bend, I don't know. It took a long time to make. And then I went ahead and riveted it all up. I went and put some rivets along the bottom, make it look as good as I can. So, yeah, so I did that. I went ahead and kind of finished off a bunch of the interior, put my gauge in, and because I kind of got the wiring done in there, and pretty much I'm waiting for a couple little indicator lights that I ordered. Got to put them in, and the fuel gauge, still waiting for that, and steering wheel adapter so I can put this new steering wheel in. And other than that, we're looking good. So what I was doing now is I was going ahead and putting the floor brackets in so that I can get that floor mounted. Now, if you guys have ever tried to put bolts through carpet and underlay, it's a nuisance. But I'm positive that I didn't invent this. But I thought in my brain, I was like, Shane, I'm fighting with this. I'm doing my thing. But what if I heat up? I got a little chunk of stainless rod. What if I heat a rod up and shove it through? And oh my gosh, that is the slickest thing I've done. Like it's so slick. I'll show you guys because it's incredibly slick. So what I did for the other side, I already went underneath and poked my holes through to decide where they go. Because the bolts always they pick up on the underlay and they always want to wind that up and they always want to grab and this. Oh man, well I can't explain it. You watch it, like how slick and good it is, and then it kind of cauterizes it so that it's it's awesome. I'll set up the camera, I'll get rigged up, and I'll show you guys what I mean because trust me, it's slick. Okay, so like I said, I already went underneath and pre-marked the holes, and I sure hope that this does justice as to what I'm doing because oh my gosh, it's pretty handy. But so yeah, I can kind of see the 4 holes I got to do. What I got is just a piece of stainless, like brake line or something. I thought being hollow would help, but I'm gonna put these on so I can see exactly what I'm doing. Got my handy torch. No rush even, because as effortless as this is, then just very carefully, again, I don't know if you guys can see this, but boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then throw that on over there. Then I'll show you guys. Sorry for the wobble, but look at that. Look how tidy. And like I said, it's kind of glued now. Man, is that slick. So happy I thought of that. I should have maybe Googled how to put holes in carpet. Maybe I'm sure someone already done it, but I'm gonna own this one. I'm gonna call this a win, and it's my invention. I'm kidding, for this car. But anyways, I recommend it. That's wicked. That's super awesome. So I'll go ahead and throw these brackets in. And I'm pretty excited because I want to get the seat in, because you know how good that looks. Oh my gosh, that looks good. Can't wait to get this little seat in and see what it looks like. And I'll show you guys when I'm done there. Okay, so yeah, so I got them installed. I should have showed you guys. It's no big deal though, because it's just putting in bolts. But like I said, just slick as heck. I'm never gonna not do it any other way. That's the slickest way. Even this car, when I put the Speedo up through, I fought with it, trying to get through that. Oh, what a pain. Anyways, I could have done that. Could have been a piece of cake. The other thing I did too is I went ahead and put the trim, or the hood rubber on, so that keep the rattling to a minimum. But what I'm doing now, I will put the seat in, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and build a little glove box. Now, I think these ones, well, it's been my experience at every other old vehicle I have in the 50s even, so assume this was the same. They were made out of cardboard, and if it leaked, it did whatever, it seemed to wreck them. Anyways, this one's gone. Never did see it. So I did with this old truck here, this old 51. Actually, that cab over, it has I'll show you guys. It has the paper one, and it's actually in very good shape. And you can buy them. I bought the one for the duck truck. I bought a new paper one for it. But yeah, you can see, look at that. That baby's in good shape. But like I said, it's cardboard, right? And then what I did for this truck, because show you guys this. I'll just reach in here and takes a little push. There. I made an aluminum one for in there, because I also put my stereo in there. I did that a long time ago. Now this car is I'm going to do this car similar, because I'm going to want to put a stereo in this thing one day for sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it right away, but definitely going to want to do that. So I'm going to build it. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to build a nice little aluminum, you know, and then I'll also put my OBD2 thing. I'll mount it there somewhere so that you can just open the glove box, plug in, do what you have to do. And I got the speaker. I did run some speaker wires. This blue one's for the heater. And then I got some speaker wires to the back so that when the time comes, we can do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure up and build a simple little aluminum box for that. I got enough aluminum left. I'm running low though. I might have to, if I keep putting trim and stuff, I might have to get some more. But that's all good. I'll build a quick little, just a little shell. I'm going to even leave the top kind of open, I think. But yeah, I think that's the plan. And then like I said, one day it'll bolt in nice and solid, and then one day if we want to put a little deck with Bluetooth or something in there, we can do that, and it'll be nice and hidden. Okay, so just a quick update too. Again, I did go ahead and make some measurements of the size I want it, but I do remember from building that engine cover that because I pre-riveted a bunch of it, but and then drilled them out, put the smashy rivets. But I'm out of the short rivet gun rivets, blind rivets, that's what they call them. But so yeah, I'm gonna run quick before the store goes. Where's the store going? No, I'm gonna run quick before the store closes and get some of them rivets, hopefully. This glove box, I'm probably just gonna, I'll make it look nice, but you're not gonna see, I'm not gonna worry about putting the copper rivets and stuff. But I gotta go get them. I'm gonna jump in the dually and do that, because I also wanna give it a quick wash. So I'll run by the car wash, give it a quick wash too, because I had to drive it in the rain the other day, got it kind of grubby. So we'll do that, and we'll come back and we'll get to work on this glove box. All right, got enough rivets to do the job, so that's good. I made it home. I didn't get a chance to wash the truck though because I was racing this bad boy home. So yeah, so maybe I don't know, maybe tomorrow. So yeah, anyways, but I'll get to work on this glove box and I'll show you guys what I come up with. I think it's gonna look pretty good. Not that you'll see it anyways, but it'll look good. And one more step closer to getting this car done and get to drive this baby around. I do have an axle coming too, so hopefully that fixes that issue. Then we can actually drive it, and that'll be tough as well. Alright, everyone, check it out. So got the little glove box made here. Don't get much simpler than that, but it'll look good. It'll be tidy. So just to fill you in, so these are all the mountain holes, of course. These two holes, that's going to be the plug for the OBD2. This is just a little clearance for where the heater duct will go. But other than that, looking good. I'm happy with it. We'll get it installed. And I'll show you guys. The other thing I might do one day is put some I'll find a layer of foam or something. That way, you know, if you want to put your phone or something, I don't know, something, right? If you want to, then it won't rattle around. But for now, it's gonna look pretty good. Guy can always take this out, build a bracket for your stereo if that's what you want, and you can put a stereo in there, and you'll have some tunes for when you're ripping. So, but anyways, let me get this installed, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, well there you go. Pretty happy with it, and you can see, like I said, the little notch that gives a little room for the tube to go by. Got my plug, and like I said, you could take it out, put a nice little bracket here. Put your little stereo, still have a little cubby space because they're only about, you know, so wide. And happy with it. Yeah, like I said, real happy with that. It fits the there. I spent a little time adjusting that baby too, so it seems pretty good. Little teeny rattle, but it'll be okay. But yeah, fits the theme of the car, and I like it. So there's a gauge in there that looks pretty good. I went ahead and stuck him in there. Waiting for the little Siggy lighter, and then we can get that stuffed in, and we're looking pretty good. These are the like I said, this blue one's for the heater. This one's for the speaker, for the left speaker. I'll get that all tucked up in there nice somewhere, so that if you want to put a stereo on. Cool. All right, I'll fill you guys in what I'm up to next. Hey everyone. Back working on this car, so I just want to show you a couple of things here I got going on. First things first, got that little gaffer right there. What that means is we can replace that axle. So I did go ahead and take the wheel off and stuff, but that means we can replace that bent axle. It's not bent that bad, but it's bent too much to drive it. So that's good. We can replace that, and then we can drive this thing maybe a little bit. But before I do that, what I got going on here too is this car needs the lock pulls. So this is not original to the car, this one, but I had this one and it fits real good. I like how it fits and everything. So I'm using it as a template, but what I'm gonna do is, I got these little bullet casings. They're real close to the same diameter, just a little long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and chop them all off. Then I got some JB Weld, and I'm gonna prep these, and I'm gonna fill them all with JB Weld, let them harden, and then I'm gonna drill them out and tap them, and they should fit. And then the little pulls will be, these guys should be kind of cool. And they'll look good, and they'll actually work good, and then all match and everything. And then the other thing I'm gonna do too is I got here these things. You can see I went ahead and drilled and tapped the ends. You can see, and what these are gonna be is when I made my running board mounts here, the intention was to put a strut to just toughen them up, right? So essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill the end, and that's gonna be a strut that goes from here to the frame, and then that'll really just beef them up, make them plenty strong so you can stand on these babies. Cause I wanna I'm pointing all over the place, but because we got these running boards. Then we'll go ahead and get them babies all cleaned up and get ready and get them put on, and that'll just kind of finish this outside of this car. But yeah, so I'll be working on that as well. But first things first, I'm gonna get all these babies cut off, get them filled with JB Weld so that time to harden. And maybe a little later this afternoon, I can drill and tap them, get them on there. So start with that. So like I said, I'm happy with this one, how this one worked. So I'm just gonna mark it, and that's how I'll cut them off to get the length, and that should be good. And that'll be buried inside the door, so it's not like you're not gonna see that anyways. Yeah, so piece of cake. So that's what we end up with. Like I said, it's roughly the same length, and we're good. Okay, we got 4 of them little guys. Looks pretty good. Clean the inside up, just deburr them or whatever, and then we'll fill them up, and then we'll let them harden. So I went ahead and good thing I taped them off, because turns out it was harder to get it. I thought the JB Weld would be a little runnier, but it's not. Well, it's just kind of thick and tacky. But I do believe it just took a little time, and I taped them off, so it should be okay to clean up. I'll buff the ends off, and then it should just come off. But took a little bit of time to get it all, stuffed full. I had to use some sticks. I trimmed some sticks and just kind of poked it down in there. Should have showed you guys, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I got them full enough for sure, and once we drill and tap them, they should be good. But yeah, it was a heck of a thing to get them stuffed full there. I thought it'd just kind of run in, but it wasn't. Well, this JB Weld, I think it says it sets up in starts to set in 6 minutes or something. So I even tried to hustle, but it just didn't start off running. In my mind, I would be able to just almost pour it in there, right? But doesn't matter. That's all good. We'll let that dry, and then we're good. And now while that does that, I'm going to go ahead and pop this axle out quick. That shouldn't take too long, and hopefully we'll have this thing tidied up and ready to roll. But this one, it was upside down. It didn't leak oil out, so it doesn't seem to be full of oil, which is good, so it won't make a mess. Hopefully that brake drum comes off easy enough, and hopefully this axle's right, and a lot of hope in here, but we should be good. I thought I'd just show you guys on this one, because the other one's probably going to be a little awkward to see, but get this cover popped off. I have to go get something to pop that. Well, the good news is, yeah, there's no oil, and it all looks good. Looks so far so good. So now, I'm going to turn this baby to there, because we've got to knock that little pin out of there. Sorry, I thought I was recording, but essentially I used the socket. I changed the thing. What I did is I pulled this pin out. Right? I pulled it out of there, and it allows this center pin to move now. And I did start to push it out. I'm going to go and adjust the jacks here, so it's a little easier to work on. But once that pin is out, you'll see it lets you take the spider gears out, and then it allows you to push the axle in. In fact, I don't even have to take the spider gears out per se. I just have to have the ability to push the axle in to get that clip out. And then we should be good. And then I can yank it out. I'm going to put the other stuff in here as well after, so that this is a kind of a complete, it'll have a bent axle, but at least I can go store this somewhere for the future. But let me get this adjusted, and I'll show you guys. So that's essentially it. I just had to adjust that. Then I can turn this, and see, I already kind of pushed that pin out, but we'll see if we can get him out the rest of the way. And we're in good shape. And that should even be enough. No, a little more. There. I should have took that hub off first, but what that allows me to do is push the axle in to get that clip out. All right, so you can see, got the axle out. Show you guys here, if you've never done this before, these are the clips here, and basically they just go on the axle like that. That one's gonna fall on me, and oops. And then when you push the axle back, which I'll do here, when you push the axle back, it goes inside that step on the gear, and that's what holds it in. And then of course the pin holds the axles from moving in. So that's all there is to it. So I showed you guys that just so that when I'm under that car, you can't see. So it must be a little more awkward. So I'll just, I'll just get that done. I'll show you guys when I'm done. Put that cover on and stuff. It'll look good. The other thing I noticed too is I got to try and get this brake hub removed from this axle. It seems to be stuck. So I might have to try and, well, I'll try hammering on it for a little while, but I might have to try and press it or something too. But it just seems to be stuck. But we'll get it, and then we'll get it on that car, and we'll be laughing. Got it whipped. So that's it. That's all there is to it. Looks pretty good. Got that all tidied up. My little brake brackets done. All that good stuff. So no more wobbling with the wheel. So that's going to be awesome. So it's worth it. It's pretty cheap fix, but threw this one back together also so that if we ever need, I guess got another axle, got some diff parts if need be. My things are still drying. I'm probably going to start lining up them running boards and stuff, but I'll let you guys know. All right, everyone, I got to wrap this video up, but I just want to catch you up on the last couple things I did there. So, the coolest part, I'll show you the coolest part later. So I did go ahead and my fuel filler here. That's what I got. So you can see there, I put a tube inside, and I kind of welded it on the ends. And then I got this, the idea being, I'll set it here so I can show you. The idea being, so the tube goes inside, and it's going to dip into the tank, and I'm hoping that that lets it vent out through the filler, and then it will take the fuel quicker. So that's the plan. So I did paint it because I had to weld on it a bit. I painted it up, so I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to put that back in. And then I had some help. Barbie helped me, so we did a bunch more sanding because I don't love doing that. So we did a bunch more sanding, getting ready to kind of get a little polish. I don't want it to be, I guess it's not going to be, I don't want it to be super flashy, shiny. That's obviously why I didn't fix a bunch of the stuff, because I like that. The guy who owns the car also likes that, so that's handy. Like I said, when I clear coated it, I ended up with a little roughness. I don't know. I think what it is, I figured it out, I think, because I painted some other stuff later. And I think what it is the fan I had, I think, was mucking with it. And it just made it a little rough. So just going to sand that out and polish it just so that that goes away. So we're doing that. So I worked on that a whole bunch. Got the filler thing. And, okay, here's the best part. I'll show you guys. So my door locks, remember? Anyways, so there we go. See them little fellas right there? Pretty happy with them, guys. And see, I think they look sharp. They look sharp as heck, I think. And yeah, just perfect. So I put the other two on too, but the panels aren't there, so it doesn't look as good. But there we go, panels. So those are tough, happy with them. So I got all 4 of them done. The other thing I did too, because I got a bunch of the little tiny things tidied up, got the Siggy lighter too. So now we can charge a phone and do whatever we got to do there. And it's getting real close. Got the floor, the seat brackets in. I do want to hook up a couple little signal light indicators because this car is going to be crowded. So to work under the dash, I just want to make sure I have everything under the dash before I put that seat in, because I'm excited to get that seat in. So hopefully my little lights come in and I can get them in, and then that's it. Then I can put the seat in and it'll look real good in there. And I couldn't drive it this video. I was gonna maybe go for a test drive, but I took that filler out, and then I'm out of time now. So I wouldn't mind, now we got that good axle, I wouldn't mind taking it for a little drive. But that'll be the next video. Take it just for a little drive, go through the gears, do stuff like that. So anyways, I'm rambling on here, but thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.